Hey guys, this is Wildcat Chris Harris, TNA original and one half of 6-time TNA World Tag Team Champions, America's Most Wanted. You are listening to the TNA Cross the Line podcast.
TNA Wrestling, Cross the Line.
And we're back with episode 257 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I'm Bob Colling Jr. With me, as always, Dallas Gridley. In Dallas, we are only 3 weeks away from Bound for Glory, arguably the biggest show in TNA's history. We've already gotten a handful of matches announced for the show. Dallas, Kurt Angle is going to be their special enforcer for Jarrett and Sting. Fairly similar to how Bret Hart was introduced in WCW. He wasn't the enforcer for the title match, but was instead for Bischoff and Zbyszko. But it still is, roughly the same idea. So Dallas, how are we feeling about not only Kurt Angle's involvement at Bound for Glory, but just Bound for Glory in general?
Oh, I'm freaking hyped for Bound for Glory, dude. I think, as we discussed last week, maybe the show wasn't the strongest, but the excitement is definitely being built around the show. So I think that's kind of what's keeping us going and excited about watching this week. On paper, so far, we got some strong matches, but in general, I mean, it's the first show on the road, so how can you not be excited about it?
That's a good point, yeah. First monthly pay-per-view.
Right.
On the road.
Yeah, so I think that alone makes it pretty exciting. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, we could be let down. I mean, it could definitely happen. But I hope not.
You got to stay optimistic. You're the one that's, the glass is half full.
With TNA, it always is half full.
It is, no matter what.
Even when sometimes I struggle to enjoy what has currently happened. Either in our watch or even current day. Sometimes I don't love what I'm watching. It's still TNA, man. It's still got some good stuff in it.
Yeah, you can find the good in almost anything.
That's just how I am.
Yeah, that's dangerous though.
It is.
Tell me one nice thing about Ted Bundy.
Isn't he the one who was supposed to be good looking or something?
Son of a bitch. There he is. See, there you go. Right.
That's just what I've heard.
Maybe a serial killer, but he's nice to look at.
At least he used it to his advantage. That was the problem. Anyway, I want to talk about wrestling.
What about John Wayne Gacy?
I don't know if there's anything good about that guy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say maybe he was like a nice clown. He played a clown well.
I don't know if he did though, so I can't really say that.
That's true. That's a fair point.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Our last episode of Impact, Bob, September 28th, 2006. I almost said 9. I'm jumping ahead. It was a weird show. We got a press conference that kind of took place throughout the entire show. We found out that Kurt Angle is going to be the enforcer. We found out a bunch of matches. Very exciting. But there's also 4 matches that took place during the show. Let's do a quick rundown of the card. And then we will get into today's news and notes, and there will be some during the show as well. So it's not nearly as heavy as it was last week, but that's how the post pay-per-view shows are. So Lance Hoyt defeat Jeff Jarrett by disqualification in 1 minute and 52 seconds. Jarrett was wearing jeans and a t-shirt and choked out Hoyt with a strap.
Now, hang on a minute. You said last week it was a no contest.
No, I said I looked it up and it said it was DQ. I said I could have seen. Yeah, I said I could have seen how they would have played it as if they wanted.
I thought you looked it up and it said it was a no contest.
No, it was no DQ. It was a DQ. Yeah, so technically Hoyt has defeated Jeff Jarrett.
There you go, dude. Put him in the Bound for Glory 3-way. Let's go.
That's right.
What do we wait for?
I'm down. Next up, we saw Samoa Joe defeat Raven in 2 minutes and 6 seconds in a finish that Bob absolutely hated after Brother ran in, choked Raven with a chain, and then Samoa Joe put in the Koji clutch, and Raven tapped out. Didn't pass out. He tapped.
Yeah.
Then Team 3D, they made their return, and they defeated Brandon Tomaselli and Von Doring in 1 minute and 45 seconds, and they are gunning for those NWA Tag Team titles.
Now, and they had cut a promo saying they're going to start at the bottom and work their way up to earn a title shot.
Right. We'll see what that means.
I would see, so they're starting at the bottom. I'm assuming they're going to say they're going to beat all the tag teams. So at the bottom, I wonder who is at the bottom. And if I was that tag team, I'd be offended.
Well, I think we just saw it. I think we just saw the no-name jobber guys. And then next week, it'll be like Shark Boy and Norman Smiley.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the next tag team. Like
the ones that are actually signed. Like, which one is like yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was like the Naturals, the same team that is like the number one contenders?
Yeah, that'd be fucking brutal. In the main event, we saw Chris Sabin, Jay Lethal, and Sanjay Dutt defeat Senshi and the Paparazzi in 9 minutes and 25 seconds. And during that match, there was a brawl between Christian Cage and Rhino. So, very interesting card. Jeff Jarrett's mad at Eric Young because he didn't help get the title back. All sorts of stuff.
Well, Eric Young actually said no to him and then seemingly didn't realize that he said no. Until Borash was like, you just said no. So that's an interesting kind of development.
Right. Pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
But onward. That was last week. We're ready for this week. And we have a bunch of fun stuff to talk about. So I guess let's get right into it. I'm just doing a quick scroll to see what I got ahead of me here. Oh, yes. Lots of fun stuff. Here, let me start with this one. I think this makes sense to just do now. So, TNA Impact let me make sure it's the right date. It doesn't say, so I'm assuming it's last week's show. Did a 0.88 rating in 1 million viewers with a 1.28 in males 18 to 34. Dave says, I consider this number a huge disappointment, as you'd hope to do a lot better for the first show after the Angle announcement. Now, worse, they built the show up to announce Angle's role at Bound for Glory, and that final quarter was beyond a disaster, doing a 0.73 rating and losing about 160,000 viewers from the previous quarter, which for TNA is a tremendous drop. Now, this should end any debate regarding using the old WCW stars as draws, because this is the segment where Cornette announced Angle's role, but you also where Jarrett beat up Luger and Bagwell, who were put on the show for perceived star power. You can argue the 0.88 isn't that bad, being that Spike is way down as a network and wrestling is way down due to oversaturation. You thought it was oversaturated in 2006.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wow.
This is WWE in TNA.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. TNA usually does lose audience because of the time slot and UFC fans tuning out. Should be noted that when Ultimate Fighter aired from 11:10 to 12:10 a.m., it did not have the same negative rating pattern. So the time slot excuse only goes so far.
Mm-hmm.
And to kind of get more in depth, the drop, particularly for the last quarter, is a bad sign. The show did open with a 1.01 rating with Hoyt versus Jarrett and Joe versus Raven, better than the recent open, and likely due to a TV commercial during Ultimate Fighter where they plugged Angle being in TNA. It probably fell partially because the usual downward pattern of losing UFC fans as the show goes on, but also because it was clear Angle wasn't going to be on the show.
So that strong opening rating is, that's good to hear, but it's also very important to know that they put all of their major things in that first 5 minutes of what is going on.
Yeah.
So the most people are they all at least are aware of what's going on.
Exactly. Now, the latter is a necessary evil, as it would be foolish to waste Angle's TV debut without a few weeks of hype. But if the October 9th show, I believe the taping, doesn't show some life, that also says Angle, like Sting and Christian for him, is probably not going to be the difference maker that they hope for. It dropped to a 0.92 with a bunch of backstage stuff plus the return of Team 3D. It fell to a 0.87 for more with the press conference and the beginning of the main event, six-way. It's pretty interesting. And then the replay for both Impact and Ultimate Fighter on September 30th did a 0.5 rating. So, pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Now let me scroll back up. I have a Dixie Carter note. Here we go. Notes from a Dixie Carter interview that was on TNAWrestling.com. Now, apparently this is part 1, and part 2 will be out the day after we go to press. So we'll probably have a follow-up next week, I'd have to assume. So Ross Foreman wrote, Angle's long-term contract with TNA is a landmark moment, one that changed the landscape of pro wrestling as we know it. Angle's acquisition by TNA ranks right there in what the New World Order did for WCW and pro wrestling in 1996. There's another quote here. I believe this is, from Dixie Carter. Am I shocked by some of the negative response? I'm more saddened by it, for Kurt, Dixie said. I know this has hurt him very much. TNA would never sign a talent or allow a talent to be in a situation to harm themselves more than the risk each of these guys take every time they step into the ring. I truly believe that every TNA wrestler, referee, broadcaster, front office employee knows that their health and their family comes first. TNA is their livelihood, and they are all very passionate about it. And it is still just a job. So then she talks a little bit about some Kurt's health issues and stuff like that. This is a very long interview. I'm just getting some highlights out of it for us, but they did ask what TNA's drug policy was in this interview. And it says, quote, TNA Wrestling has a very strict drug and alcohol policy, and each contracted talent signs an acknowledgement of the policy set forth. Drug use and alcohol abuse are issues we take very seriously. TNA has the right to conduct random drug tests and other tests in accordance with government requirements. Violations of the policy are spelled out, and failure to comply or failure of a test can result in a mandatory drug counseling and treatment. Suspension from work without pay, up to and including dismissal. We do not address the specifics of this policy publicly, as we are a private company and our talent are independent contractors.
Ooh, independent contractors.
Hey, at least they said it.
Yeah.
Most people, they bullshit around it, so.
I think that it's that Foreman saying that Angle joining TNA is on the same level as the New World Order for WCW. That is kind of that is an insane statement to say.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe this is like the NWO, Bob. Only time is going to tell.
Well, the NWO led WCW to being the most popular wrestling program for 83 weeks. So if that can happen with TNA, then then maybe it's comparable.
Anything is possible. We talked a little bit last week about an Arena Monterey show that TNA is trying to book. So TNA has a show booked for that arena on October 25th. The idea from the TNA side is that if the Monterey show goes well, it'll open up the door to tour in all of Latin America. A lineup was even released. Well, sort of. It was on the front door of the arena. And the top 2 matches were listed as, listen to this, Christian Cage versus Kurt Angle, which is the first official TNA match that Kurt Angle has been booked for, and Jeff Jarrett versus Eric Young for the NWA title. Now, the story is that the Monterey promoters really wanted Angle on the show, and due to his WWE fame, he'd probably good for about 5,000 tickets or so. Now, strangely, as of Tuesday, there was no mention of the show on their website, the Arena Monterey website, the local box office, or the TNA website. So something may have happened on the Mexico side of this. TNA has been cursed in dealings with Mexico in the past, so we'll see how this whole thing plays out.
Interesting. I'm surprised that it'd be Jarrett and Young.
I think it's more interesting that they're booking these matches as even last week, it was like Jarrett's going to be the champion still. I know that's how,
Yeah.
But you never know, dude. Is that a foreshadow? Is it just we have to book it like that because he is the champion right now? And
yeah, you always do it because it's how it is
but
now.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, I guess that being said, too, Sting's deal is close to being up, of course, and the belief is that this week that he'll probably re-sign. So you never know what's going to happen.
It'd be silly to not resign.
Yeah.
If I'm Sting.
Correct. Your favorite, Vince Russo, he was already helping Outright TV at the last Impact, so we kind of thought it was going to ease into a little bit, but he's helping. So he's got to finish off all the storylines leading to Bound for Glory, and then Dave thinks that he's going to be on his own after that, or at least part of that 3-man team on his own. Like he's got to finish up what was already happening.
Yeah.
And then, so we might not see a major Vince Russo influence until after Bound for Glory. I think that's very important to note.
Okay.
Now,
well, and that gives him like a month and a half of really kind of gauging how everybody is and stuff.
Yep.
So.
Catch up with what's happening. Yeah.
Right.
There are lots of mixed emotions. Those who have worked with him in the past or are well aware of his history were very upset with TNA for bringing him in. A lot of the younger guys who didn't live through that period or know much about his history were more open-minded. I guess we'll see how the whole thing plays out. The Verse TV certainly didn't light my world on fire, and I'm not the only one, as the ratings told a very depressing story. The good news is overall the number was up. The bad news was that it started higher than usual, and it wasn't a whole lot higher, which should tell you the power of the internet even in 2006. And then it completely crashed, and we already discussed that, of course. So we will see what happens, man. I also want to point out here, too, as I'm scrolling down, there's a October 9th, 2006 Observer newsletter, and I don't think I'm essentially reading anything from that, or at least not much of. It is titled Kurt Angle TNA Fallout. He goes very in-depth about the Kurt Angle signing and things that could happen and this and that. It's just a lot, so we are going to pretty much skip over the whole thing, but it is very in-depth. So if you are subscribed to the Observer, check it out. I think it's interesting. It goes into his ideas of going into MMA and all that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
I did that one already. I'm like, dude, I'm freaking killing it here. Sorry, I'm like trying to like look at some of the. Here's an interesting note. There TNA's also we heard this Mexico tour thing. Well, now on October 31st in Portugal, there is supposed to be a show, 7,000 seat bullfighting arena, and it's going to include stars such as Jeff Jarrett, Christian Cage, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, Team 3D, Abyss, Jerry Lynn, James Gang, Christy Hemme, Rhino, Brother Runt, and Gail Kim. The show is getting a lot of local coverage, and it's pretty interesting. WWE actually even has 2 dates in early December in the same city, and the first show of theirs sold 11,000 seats in just a few days.
Huh.
So, might be a hot crowd.
Yeah, new market?
Could be. Pretty cool. I do believe, I'm just doing one quick scroll, Bob, that might be all of my pre-show notes. There's one thing I may see if you want to talk about quick.
If it's the UWF TNA shows, it is.
If we want to do those quick, I'm just double checking to make sure all the other notes are out of the way. They are. So if you want to hit us up about some UWF stuff.
Let's do it. So on the 29th and 30th of September, which was obviously last weekend, UWF, which is ran by Hermie Sadler, and TNA had a joint show, as they typically do on a monthly basis. On September 29th, they had a show in Richmond, Virginia at the Stuart C. Siegel Center. And here are the results. Alex Shelley defeated Sanjay Dutt. The James Gang defeated America's Most Wanted. Rhino defeated Abyss. P.D. Williams defeated Chris Sabin, Eric Young, and Shark Boy. In a hair versus hair match with special referee Christy Hemme, Brian Hebner defeated Earl Hebner in 7 minutes and 34 seconds. So you can just imagine how that went. In a non-title match, Samoa Joe defeated NWA World Champion Jeff Jarrett. And in the main event for the NWA World Tag Team Championships, AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels retained against LAX. And the name of the show is Capital Punishment, in case you're wondering. Then on the 30th of September, they had a show called Saturday Night Under the Stars. And it happened at the Sadler Auto Center. Rhino defeating Eric Young and Shark Boy in a 3-way. Earl Hebner defeated Amber O'Neal in a singles match where Christy Hemme was once again the special referee. AJ Styles defeated Alex Shelley. LAX defeated Chris Sabin and Sanjay Dutt. Samoa Joe defeated Abyss. And in the main event, it was a 6-man tag. America's Most Wanted and Petey Williams defeated Hermie Sadler and the James Gang.
It's fascinating. Actually, I have an interesting note too. That first show, the Capital Punishment show in Richmond, it actually had Magnum TA on it as a special guest at the show. It was kind of cool. And I don't know if I didn't hear if you said it, but that drew 1,200 fans, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't have an attendance.
And then the second show drew about 350, which is significantly less, which is interesting. And apparently that show was scheduled to be in another city, but the building it was booked in was sold, and the new owners didn't want wrestling there. So Sadler moved it to his grounds, which is why it was at his auto lot there. And also referee Mike Sparks collapsed at the meet and greet, and they had to rush him to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
So there's some drama.
That's not good. But what hopefully will be good is the October 5th, 2006 edition of Impact. So the approximate runtime for this is 41 minutes and 9 seconds. If you want to watch along with us, head over to TNA Plus or find it in your own personal collection. I want to count down from 3 when I say play. That's when the live watch will begin. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
This is TNA.
And I want to point this out as I was, reading the results and everything. We didn't get a Bobby Roode vignette.
Whoa!
Last week.
It actually is really interesting. We're seeing highlights from last Impact, by the way, here. That is interesting, and I hate to say it, Bob. I don't think those vignettes are doing anything for him.
They're not. They're really not. I told you he was nuts, Brother Runt.
Samoa Joe.
This is the type of video package that we're normally seeing at the end of the same episode.
Actually, it is. It is. Honestly, it probably makes more sense to do it in the beginning of the next one, but...
I agree, yeah.
The special ringside enforcer. Triangle.
Yeah!
Yeah! I love when he yells into the camera.
It's real!
It's
damn real.
Right, here we go. Okay, we're backstage here. Bound for Glory poster behind JB over on his right shoulder. He's outside of James E. Cornette's office.
Oh. Whoa. What? Okay, so Christian's teaming up with Jeff Jarrett to take on Christopher Daniels and Ron Killings.
Oh, we've walked in the office. Wait, who's in there? Eric Young, Shark Boy, Norman Smiley, Elix Skipper. Who's
David
that?
Young.
David Young. So he's fed up with a lot of stuff that's happening. Everyone in the world wants to wrestle here. Oh, no. Oh, my God. The loser loses his job out of these
Norman
5 individuals.
Smiley is about to lose his job. Either Norman Smiley or David Young is going to get fired.
Right now, Abyss and Father James Mitchell just walked in. Can you promise Abyss the first world title shot after Bound for Glory? You're the sleaziest man I've ever known. But if you can produce, you got a deal. Oh, shit.
Huh. Okay. So, Abyss is a bounty hunter, essentially. Or a repo man. He's trying to repossess the title.
And we got a normal intro here. Wow, dude. We're off to a hot start.
I mean, I don't know, man. If I'm the champion and somebody stole my title, I'm not going to be that upset about it because I'm still the champion. You just have it.
Well, dude,
Seems more wasteful for you to have it.
it's a prop.
That's right, bro. That's
Right, bro.
Oh man, that's very true, bro. Very, very true.
I mean, it is. It's not like he's wrong when he says that.
Right. The winners and losers are predetermined, so it would be a prop. Now, it'd be different like in the UFC or something where they're actually combating. Like, that's not a prop. It's an actual championship.
Oh, here we go.
What's this?
Maverick Matt and Kazarian.
Oh.
Okay.
What is their gimmick now exactly? Just guys that wear ripped jeans?
Yeah, but look at this shirt. The X Division guys were wearing these shirts last week. It's like a weird Sting shirt.
Is it?
I saw there's Sting face paint on it. It might just be Bound for Glory then, but the Sting is on that shirt. Oh, the Naturals and Shane Douglas at commentary here. Well, Shane Douglas is the one sitting down. Who looks very pale. Normally, he's more tan than that.
Dude, he looks like a ghost.
Why is he so
looks like
thin?
he's been hanging out with Brother Ray.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, speaking
Oh, shit. Well, we found the lowest team, Kazarian and Maverick Matt, because here comes Team 3D. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
When I say this is the toughest tag team division in history, Team 3D, part of that equation.
I believe it. Team 3D, they're the toughest.
Yeah, they sure are.
Real tough.
Bob, would you like to take a guess at who was backstage at this Impact taping that we've been watching these last 2 weeks? I'll give you a hint. They've been backstage before. Both of them.
Jake Roberts and Kisnarny.
No, that's a funny one, though.
Canyon.
Nope. It was. I'll give you one of them, an easy one. Big sexy Kevin Nash, baby, backstage.
Scott Hall?
No. You won't guess it. It
Waltman.
won't help. No. It won't help you. Okay, the second one was Billy Kidman. And Kidman has been trying to get a job for seemingly a year now here in TNA.
I'm honestly surprised Kidman hasn't gotten a shot.
I'm kind of disappointed he hasn't.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, Kidman obviously is like a WCW guy too. But he's also, I feel like, young enough where it doesn't matter.
Yeah. TNA is where he belongs, according to Shane Douglas.
That's right.
In reference to Kurt Angle.
Loser of the match gets fired. Someone's getting fired tonight, dude.
I feel like it's going to be Norman.
I feel like it's going to be David Young. Because does Norman actually, like, work here? Like, I know he's on the shows and stuff, but, like, I just feel like it's not going to matter with him. Brother Ray just dropped, like, a slap to the chest down on Kazarian. This is a random note, too, just since we're just slapping each other. Oh, wait, AMW and Gail Kim coming out to watch this match. I was wondering what's been up with them. I'm not sure why, but TNA has opted not to air No Surrender internationally via MediaZone.com pay-per-view. It was said to be some kind of technical issue, and apparently a lot of fans are upset about this. Nice boot by Kazarian and Maverick Matt. Oh, look at the James gang. All these tag teams checking out Team 3D. We're
Come
back
on,
from commercial.
Team 3D.
Kazarian choking Brother Ray on the middle rope. You know that your naturals are in line for a tag team gold. Not really a whole lot happened in this match, but
No, what a shocker. Team 3D match that's not thrilling.
name a Team 3D match that's good that's not TLC.
Do it.
Oh,
Right now.
Concrete Crypt against The Undertaker.
Bullshit. See, now for me, now if there's a lot of like ECW fans that are listening, I wouldn't be surprised if people are like screaming right now, like Balls Mahoney and Spike. They had good matches in '99, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'd give you that. But on a main level that didn't involve a table, a ladder, a chair, or whatever, or the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian, what do you got? Nothing. Nothing. Which I don't even know. I don't know if that's true. They very well may have another good match somewhere, but
Bob's just being biased, okay, guys?
I don't really tend to enjoy Dudley Boys matches for Team 3D. Sorry.
Well, speaking of ECW, see, you just keep leading me into these other notes. ECW and stuff. Ironically enough, Kid Cash and Just Incredible were just both released from WWE this last week. And Bob, it might be hard to believe, but Cash was said to have behavioral problems. Though one source said there might have been other issues as well.
For what is
Kid Cash getting fired from WWE?
and for attitude?
Yeah, for behavioral problems.
Huh. Wow.
I know neither one of those guys are currently with us, but I had to at least bring it up because I thought it was ironic.
Yeah, okay, you think?
Team 3D got the win, by the way, pinning Kazarian, and now they're pointing at AMW and James Gang.
Oh.
Look at James Storm mocking him. That was funny. BG's like slowly dancing.
Are those teams like next on this list or something?
I think I know what they're going to do. I think you're looking at a Bound for Glory 3-way tag team match. I mean, that's a mega match if they do it.
Well, what do you do with the Naturals?
Ah, shit.
A 4-way?
You could. Here we go. See, Bound for Glory. Ooh, yeah. It might be a 4-way.
I think it's 4-way.
Team 3D. They don't have an opponent yet.
Yeah, well, you guys were gone for months.
That sucks. Well, yeah, you guys were literally not here.
Gail Kim looking fucking fine.
Whether it's UAMW or you, the Naturals, or even if it's our old buddies, the second best tag team in the world, the James Gang. Hurry, someone name a good James Gang match.
The dumpster match.
I knew you were going to... I fucking knew
Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, WrestleMania 14. Oh.
Yeah, and who made that match good? The dumpster.
Billy Gunn.
The thing is that Billy Gunn is good. He's not the problem.
Right. Yeah. I think it would be a great gag if Team 3D just constantly says they're going to win the tag titles and they never do.
Ever.
Yeah. Like 4 years in. We're going to, God damn it, we're going to win the tag titles. And then like, no.
That'd be awesome.
It's not going to happen.
We're seeing a video package about Rhino here now. Bob, funny enough, Rhino's just like talking about Christian not paying his bills. In what had to be a TNA spoof, although he has no idea why they decided to do this since it came off so low rent. WWE said that there would be a huge announcement by Teddy Long last week, and it ended up just being that Montel Vontavious Porter had signed to wrestle on SmackDown.
What happened?
They were mocking TNA and saying that they had a huge announcement by Teddy Long.
Okay.
So they were mocking TNA. Dave says this stuff was so bad it was great. Because they said that the contract was 500 pages long. And of course he didn't read it before signing it.
Of course not. Well, who would read 500 pages?
Yeah. We're back in the Impact Zone after that Rhino promo, and which was just him yelling about Christian. And James Mitchell is with Abyss. Samoa Joe! Jim Cornette has made a deal with the devil. to take possession of the NWA belt. You had two options, Samoa Joe. I actually have a decent Samoa Joe note, but I'll wait until talking is done here to bring it up. Oh, speak of the devil. He did an
I'd
interview
almost
on
rather just do
IGN.
Samoa Joe Abyss at fucking.
Yeah, me too, I think. He's got the title in his hands coming down to the ring.
Now, these two have wrestled before. Obviously, the UWF show they did, but also in IWA Mid-South, they wrestled.
Interesting.
It was like 2004.
So if Abyss gets the winner of Sting vs. Jarrett, is that our primetime like main event already?
Maybe.
Okay, look, Mitchell could grab the belt right now.
Yeah, but Mitchell's a manager. He's not smart.
Oh, shit. Going for the choke slam off the
Uh-oh. And down.
Oh, he kind of hit the title there a little bit, too.
He hit him on the leather. You know how hard the leather is?
No, the stud. The belt
stud, yeah, the stud leather.
Look, Abyss got it, dude.
Oh, Jarrett's in there. Jarrett's going to want it, and then Abyss is going to be like, fuck you, I'm the champion.
Oh, shit. Jarrett's already in his gear, too.
Don't taunt him, Jarrett. Jarrett, you're an idiot, dude.
Ooh.
Why would you yell at the monster Abyss? Don't you ever put your hands on me. And then Abyss is like, fuck you, Dad. And then now Joe. Triple threat.
And atomic drop by Samoa Joe coming out the rope.
Dude, we're getting a four-way. We're getting a four-way at Mount. No,
wait, Abyss
Joe,
isn't paying attention to.
Yeah, now Joe's taking the thing. But Abyss has to give the title to Jarrett, and he gets a title match in November. Oh, boy. These guys, these heels are dumb.
I know.
And snap power slam, of course. You don't think that they're trying to trick viewers into thinking Samoa Joe's the champion and not Jeff Jarrett?
No, because they're explicitly saying it on commentary.
They are, right.
And I feel like most of the people in that building know.
Are they trying to trick us into believing that Joe could be the champ? Like, as a potential contender?
I think that's more what it is.
Like, to get used to the idea of, like, oh, Joe could be the champion.
I think that's more it, yeah. We're at the table with Don West and Mike today, but so Samoa Joe did an interview on IGN, and regarding bringing in major names, he said, quote, "If you want a company that's your own, you need to make your own stars. You need to let those stars rise on their own, and at the same time bring in people from other companies to help further along that process and help out. But if you're just bringing people in to be brought in, then you're just spinning your wheels, and you're not really focusing on the wrestlers you need to focus on." He also says that getting a video game deal was vital. The video game industry rivals the motion picture industry. Everyone plays video games. It's a medium that we can reach out and get new fans, and that's why TNA's first video game excursion needs to be absolutely awesome. We really want to produce something that's really great gameplay while introducing some wrestling mechanics that have never been seen in games before. I think we're going to have a pretty awesome crowd mechanic that nobody has ever thought of really being seen used in a wrestling game, and that's going to be wild. People are going to be wowed by the variety of locales, and we're going to have the arenas, the different types of crowds that will accompany each of those arenas. The TNA style incorporates some of the most innovative, high-flying, and crazy offense you'll see anywhere in the world, and we're going to incorporate all that into the game. And then he pretty much just says that people are going to be surprised with how good the wrestlers look in the game, and we haven't even heard about this on TV, so apparently they're producing a game already.
Well, isn't the game like literally like years away?
No, I think it comes out fairly soon, actually.
That's because like there's guys in that game that are not in the company for almost a year.
I'm double checking the dates. Oh, I guess it is a couple years away. It's actually kind of interesting because... Oh, I know who you're talking about. I just saw... Oh, well, here we go. Last week in Mexico City, we're about to see that Styles, the attack on Styles, I think. Oh, shit.
Dude, he's about to get mugged.
LAX, Conan, and Homicide going after him. Let's see what he says. Oh. For Welcome to Mexico, Conan went right after him, dude. Some other wrestlers are in there. I'm not sure who they are. Trying to help stop it and pull them apart. I think we read that Hoovy was there. That's what happens when you come to Mexico. Damn. Just beat the shit out of AJ Styles. Also, my last Samoa Joe note is that apparently his back has been bothering him, so good thing he got chokeslammed on the title.
Oh, really?
Yeah. LAX coming out to the ring right now. Moody Jack giving him their little intro.
Let's see if I... Oh, shoot. Wrong button. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see here.
The bell has rung. And Bob, look who we got in the ring here.
Yeah, boy.
Jeff
TNA original.
Luxon.
Oh, I don't have any. Okay.
There he is right there. Jeff Luxon, TNA original.
Yeah, and of course, Tyler Black, who would go on to be known as Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, making his TNA debut here. Not going to last long because there's a cutter off the top.
Pretty fucking bizarre. Because this is even... Oh, nice. This is before Tyler is in Ring of Honor even.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and that is the end of that match. So if Bob had indie notes, he's going to have to play catch up.
I did. Well, Homicide didn't have any. And he's really the only one that ever has any.
Well, Hernandez is busy being Employee of the Month. He can't.
Right. He's got a full-time job that he's crushing. And he's getting a plaque. So,
if I walked into Office Max and needed help and I saw Hernandez, jacked as fuck, T-shirts probably ripping at the seams, I don't know if I'd want to ask him where the paper was.
I feel like I'd be like, oh, that's security.
Yeah. Oh, we're cutting a promo here behind the cage near the LAX entrance. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mows my lawn. That's fucked up.
Well, that's got to be part like
well,
the
so here's
cool joke, right?
I was just gonna say, is LAX just a better, more serious version of Mexicools to people?
I mean, they are significantly cooler and better. So
way cool. Yeah, of course.
Those two hoes at Bound for Glory.
I mean, if they came out in like a riding lawnmower, I wouldn't hate it.
See, but they would do it so much cooler.
It would. There'd be like blood on the fucking lawnmower.
Dude, literally. Ooh, LAX violence like you've never seen before inside Six Sides of Steel. You think you know 5150? We're going to show you. Ace.
Ole.
Let's go, dude. Locking him in a cage and Bound for Glory. I'm ready. So ready. They're about to steal the show. Again. Someone's going to get fired next.
Fucking better not be Norman, dude. I'm going to be pissed.
Okay, we're seeing Buff Bagwell, Lex
Luger
Luger talk about this. Bob, they're going to be creating a new TV production role for Scott D'Amore after they took him off the booking committee, so that's good.
What's he going to do?
I don't know. That's all it says.
Oh.
And here, we're talking about Sting, and they're probably going to show that warehouse shot again, so listen to this. Sting was one of the few people let in on the Kurt Angle signing. He was in Nashville the day Angle came to town for the vignettes, and Dixie Carter said she had a surprise for him. Dave Hawk came in at first, and Sting didn't understand, and then Angle came in, and Sting freaked out.
You're taking my spot, brother.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me? I ain't taking no German suplex. You can bet your ass on that.
Here comes Eric Young. Everyone else is in the ring for this gut check. Someone's getting fired situation.
Okay, so that means that Eric is not getting fired.
Well, no shit. And look, he's got the Sting shirt too, dude. I'm confused.
Was that another Super Eric thing? This Super Eric thing is started way before I ever thought it did.
Don't fire Eric. Don't fire Eric. TNA, TNA. Poor Diamond's in the rough.
Where's Simon Diamond?
That's actually a great question.
Did he bail on them? Did he do what Shane Douglas should have done on
The
Naturals?
experiment is over.
Yeah.
I like the idea that this is probably going to be a 5-minute match and someone's going to lose their job. This is very chaotic. There's just like
TNA just said that we're going to hear from Kurt Angle next week on this very program.
Oh, wow.
Larry Sabisco, his wig and all, is at ringside now.
Dude, why is he still wearing the wig?
Because that's his heat. His heat is that he's in denial about being bald. Oh my God, Norman Smiley's doing the big wiggle on fucking David Young in a wheelbarrow. Oh, he took Sabisco's wig. Oh no.
Eric Young's got it on. I like that it's basically the same hair.
It is. It's literally the same.
What do you do when a toupee is thrown at you? You gotta catch it.
What in the world?
Little wheelbarrow.
No,
Oh,
not
no. Shark Boy counter.
Shark Boy can't lose his job. How would he feed all of his kids? It'd be impossible.
I also like the idea that they decided on this episode that, hey, one of you guys are going to get fired. We're just going to casually do that on Impact real quick.
Yeah, it's like whoever loses, they just go, hey, you're done.
Oh, shit. Zabisco
No way.
Just use a golf club on Eric Young. What? Eric Young just got pinned by Shark Boy.
Eric Young just got fired 3 weeks before Bound for Glory.
What?
Shark Boy's like, I have a job, and people are booing him.
Shark Boy has turned heel. He's going to the deep blue sea. Well, I didn't guess that one.
No, I did not see that coming at all. I'm stunned. That is so bizarre.
Is this going to lead to that Super Eric stuff? Maybe
it's got right. It's gonna be their version of Mr. America.
Yeah, it's got to. Well, now Jeff Jarrett doesn't have to deal with him, so gotta look at the positives, I guess. It's all because of Larry Zbyszko. What a jerk! Yeah, Christian and Jarrett backstage with JB.
This is just. I can't believe that Christian's going to be teaming up with Jarrett now.
Ah, the 8 Mile Street fight.
Oh, because of Michigan?
Yeah.
So
in the main event.
What a shock. Call him an idiot. Don't call a Best an idiot. You want to die? Jesus. That's not a guarantee. That's a promise.
And another promise at Bound for Glory. This is when I'm going to publicly execute your career. Christian has his own mic.
Wouldn't a guarantee be stronger than a promise?
Yeah.
I guarantee you. I promise you, but I guarantee it.
You steal this interview time? I was so ready for you to steal it all. I have my own microphone.
Yeah.
Backstage. The biggest star always talks last. I like that. He's basically like, screw you, Jarrett. I like when heels got to team up, but they also like are so cocky they hate each other.
They hate each other, yeah.
You're welcome. And no surrender. Unlike you, Jeff, I did win my match. Ooh, and don't worry about Samoa Joe, because I'm the one who actually beat you.
Yeah.
You got it?
You follow my lead, pal. You tell him.
From the City of Angels. Doo-doo.
Why is Daniels teaming with Ron Killings? Of all people. Ron. Why? Why is it not AJ?
I don't know.
I mean, I know Ron and Christian had a TV match recently, but that's about it.
Yeah. Bob, in the Star in the Star in UK, Dixie Carter said that TNA would win at least one show there in 2007. You'd think that if they were to go there, they'd make it a tour to offset travel expenses, but
yeah, you would think.
And my final note of the show, Dixie Carter also talked about wanting Bill Goldberg to finish off his career in TNA. We're never gonna get off of this Goldberg train. Huh?
Why though? Like why?
I don't know, but that's all my notes for the show, so we can enjoy our main event here.
Cause that's how I roll. Captain Charisma, the double C, baby.
This is a weird tag match. If you're following along, by the way, we're at 30 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yeah, this is a bizarre tag team. It makes no sense. 8 Mile street fight, which basically is just a street fight.
Correct.
But with 8 Mile in front of the word.
Yeah, you got to get a cheap pop with the town name.
That's right. 8 Mile Eminem. I love Eminem. Yeah! That's pretty much what that is. Yep, point to the crowd, smirk. Yep, nod your head. What? The biggest star comes out second. Jeff Jarrett. It's my world.
My world.
It's my world. It's my world.
My world.
My world, my world, my world. Go get him, Jeffrey.
You got to make your plans right now. What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? Again, totally random fucking tag team match, but
yeah. We got Daniels and Jarrett starting us off here. Do you have any Indian notes for this one, or are we pretty late this week?
No, we're late because it's the first weekend of the month.
Oh.
And all the shows are at the end of September, so next week I'm sure we'll have a bunch. Hopefully. We'll see.
If you can't join us in the Motor City, join us on pay-per-view. Daniels slips out of that hammerlock. Armbar, whatever you want to call it. Little heel kick. Little taunt goes for the cover. You waited too long. Yeah. Yeah, it was like a 1.
Get Daniel. A man named Sting.
We want to make sure you get a copy. The Sting DVD, Return of an Icon, available on Tuesday.
It's the hottest one I've got.
Double T-Mo elbow drop? Yes, I did, actually. Okay, so what bullshit segment's about to happen after this match? Because there's way too much time left.
You don't think this match would go 6 minutes?
No. A scoop and a slam by Daniels, taking out Christian. Oh, shit, look, we're dancing.
Oh, brother. I don't know. What could happen?
This shit stomps. Jim Cornette comes out and yells about something stupid. I think we need some like mind games from Sting or something with Jarrett.
I was thinking maybe like Samoa Joe will come out.
Probably. Well, we just saw him though, didn't we?
Yeah, but hasn't stopped him before.
That's true. Ducking the clothesline by Christian. Ron Killings. He's about to hit that power slam after a couple boom.
Thrust. Boom. He did the Shannon Sharp thrust, and then he did the power slam to Christian Cage. Dallas doesn't know the Shannon Sharp thrust, but I
don't.
Shannon Sharp is a former NFL player who recently accidentally went live while having sex.
I did see about that, but I didn't know who it was.
And Ron Killings was commenting on the live stream.
I did see that. I didn't know who it was, though. Like, I don't know who that person was.
Shannon.
Yeah, and then Killings like went on and did like a joke one.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Because he's a comedian. He's smart. Funny. He's good. He's funny. Haha. Funny guy. He's to the Carlton, but horribly.
Yes. He's making fun of Ron Killings. Then slaps the chest. This is for my peeps. Putting a little twist in the head there. I think he raked the eyes even of Killings. He throwing in a couple stomps. Rudy cannot stop it.
Wow. Get out of the ring. You know, he's choking Ron. Here comes Dallas's favorite move.
No.
The splash over the middle rope. And then the strut. It's the Fargo strut today. God damn it.
What is going through the minds of Sting?
Get him, Ron. No.
Truth trying to make a comeback there, but Jarrett raked his eyes.
What? Whoa. That was dangerous.
Was Jarrett supposed to counter that and then he just didn't, or?
I don't know. It looked like it was supposed to be a counter, and then it was just a sloppy looking stunner out of a vertical.
Right.
Field.
They were both just down after, like no one knew what to do. Daniels back in the ring, trying to hit Christian off the apron. Didn't work, though. Taking out Jarrett, taking out Cage, and Jarrett again, and Cage again. With the STO.
STO. Oh, that was the sloppy looking, too. Kick. Oh, no, Cage with a save. Out of a Blue Thunder. Unprettier. Oh, and... No, Daniels counters, sends Cage
I thought that was
chest
gonna be a ref bump.
I did too.
Daniels trying to get Cage off the top rope there. Killings.
Who's this?
Oh shit, LAX. Homicide with the slapjack to the back of Daniels. Cage taking advantage here. Oh, Jarrett going for the cover, and Jarrett stole the pin instead.
That was dumb too. That was dumb too.
But we're gonna just start seeing dumb finishes now. Like, what are we doing?
So, man. Like, what was that?
Since No Surrender, we've been seeing constantly like weird finishes to matches.
It's like they're trying to be too cute for their own good. Like, I don't understand.
Christian's like, give me a microphone. Oh, Jarrett took it from him. Samoa Joe, the silly games are over.
Yo, Christian is about to deck Jarrett.
Yeah, he was.
Samoa Joe.
He wants his belt right now.
Still coming out of the heel side, by the way.
That is an interesting note.
How is this guy still a heel? I don't understand.
Crowd's popping for him, or at least piped in.
And he missed the knee and he fell to the floor. That's like his version of Road Warrior Hawk, always hitting the pose.
He's got his belt back, but Christian is behind him, so I'm sure he won't have it for long.
Christian never lost the belt. He's going to steal it now.
Unprettier.
Oh, shit. Is he going to take it?
Just make it a King of the Mountain and Bound for Glory. What are we doing?
Might as well. Fuck it.
Put Killings in it.
Rhino?
Here's Rhino. Gore! Gore! Gore!
Gore! And, of course, Joe is up, and he gets the belt back. God
Jesus.
Damn it. God damn it. This is so weird that Joe having the title is like more of a focus than Sting. Like, yeah, we're getting video packages and stuff, but
we're here from Kurt Angle next week. Oh shit, we're ending with a Bobby Roode thing? Oh, he's gonna get back to all his potential candidates next week. He's got the perfect fit. I don't think it's gonna be any of them. I think it's gonna be a very big letdown.
Yeah, it absolutely will be.
Like, I don't even know who it could be. Shark Boy? I'm kidding. I don't know. Well, we're seeing our highlight package here.
It would be Simon Diamond. They didn't show Simon Diamond in there.
That's actually a great point. What do you think of that episode, Bob?
I thought this episode was better than last week's, so I guess by default I have to give it like a very slight thumbs up, but it's still been very disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was slightly better, so I guess I'll agree with you. I was kind of on the fence, I think, but it was weird. For Bound for Glory being 2 weeks away, this is a weird build.
It almost feels like they have, so they announce all their matches, whatever, and then they don't have anything else to add to promote the matches, so you're just kind of filling the 4 weeks.
I think that's the only thing I don't like about when they do that. Sometimes it is exciting when they announce them soon, but like sometimes you kind of want to wait for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. We get 2 more weeks. Kurt Angle, we're going to hear from him next week, which is a pretty big deal.
Now, when they say we're going to hear from him, is he going to be at the Impact Zone?
No, I think it's going to be a vignette.
It's got to be a video.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way he's there.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You got to save that.
Well, time will tell as we inch toward Bound for Glory. We're close. Very, very close.
Yeah. Well, last week's episode was pretty long, so we'll try to make up for it here as
we're going to give you your time back.
That's right. And if it's like girl math, it's basically the same amount of time. So listen together, it's the same amount of time as you listen.
Exactly.
So, all right, join us next week for Kurt Angle sharing his thoughts. What should we expect? Plus, is Eric Young really fired? Who knows? We'll find out next week. Until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Across the Line podcast.